Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Van Dyke, and on this channel we talk about everything stock market, geopolitics and technology trends. So if this is your cup of tea, please subscribe and let's help shape this channel. Now let's get back to the reason for this video today, which is essentially walking through the price structure of the S&P 500. So here is the chart for the S&P 500, and before I start any analysis, I'm going to switch quickly to the weekly chart so we can see the full wave formations correctly. Let me clean this up quickly. Um, so essentially we're going to get the Elliott Wave 2 and start marking out the wave formations. We are going to start with the minor waves, then after that we will look at the bigger picture of the entire major wave. So essentially with Elliott Wave formation, price usually move in 5 waves, and the first, the third and the fifth waves are impulsive waves, and the second and fourth are corrective waves. So without talking too much, let's start marking out the waves. So this is going to be the first wave of the first minor wave. Then we have a correction, which is like a sort of a double bottom here. So I'll put the second wave in between, and that's the third wave, and that's the correction for the fourth wave, and this is the fifth wave. So this marks the end of the first minor wave, and we are going to look at the correction of this. So with Elliott wave, as I initially explained, anytime a wave completes, is going to correct to about the fourth wave level, and then a new wave starts. So this is our first wave, and that's the correction, which is just about up to the fourth wave level. And here is going to be the start of the new wave. So we're going to bring the two out again and mark out the next minor wave. So I have my Elliott wave 2, and this is wave 1, the correction, that's wave 3, and the correction. So this is kind of a double bottom. So in between here, and that's the fifth wave. So like I explained there earlier, anytime a 5 wave formation is complete with Elliott wave, price usually corrects back to the fourth wave. So if we look at our analysis here, we can see that after this, price kind of formed a double top here and then corrected back to the fourth wave. And because Elliott wave move in 5 wave patterns, and this is the first, this is the second, that is the third, that is the fourth, we have to mark out the minor waves in the fifth wave. So I'll get the Elliott wave 2 out again. And if you look at this properly, you can see that there is a double bottom as well. So we are going to start our wave from here. So that's the first wave, that's the correction, that's the third wave, that's the correction, and that's the fifth wave. So the fifth wave is completed, and again, just like we saw a double top here after the third wave and a correction to the fourth wave level for this wave, we are going to expect price to correct here back to the fourth wave, just like it happened in the first, the third minor waves. We are going to expect the same phenomena in the fifth minor wave. So I'll pick out a line and just show you uh, what the correction will look like. Just like this, something like that. Note that price don't move in a straight line, but I'm just marking that for illustration purpose. Um, but here is where it gets more interesting. So I told you Elliott wave move in 5 wave patterns. And anytime there is a completion of the fifth wave, price usually corrects back to the fourth wave. So just like the minor wave here, we are expecting a correction back to the fourth wave. But where it gets more interesting is I'll get the Elliott wave too again. Considering this is the first wave and this is the correction and this is the third wave and that's the correction and this is the fifth wave. If we take all this movement into consideration, we should be expecting price to not just correct back here, but come all the way to this price level, which is around about 5,000 to complete the Elliott wave formation. So this is what I found on the chart that I thought was very interesting and I wanted to share with you quickly. There can even be more to this if we sort of consider the chart in terms of chart patterns. I can bring out a trend line and we can start marking from the October 2022 low, which is where this entire bullish trend started from, and we can mark from the wick of that low and create a trend line like this, where it touches this wick, touches this bottom, and this one wicks off it and creates that bullish trend. If we pull out another trend line and make a line like this, then the price sort of looks like a broadening ascending wedge, and these wedge patterns are usually like sort of bearish patterns, and sometimes let me sort of draw this well. Price can extend to make a touch all the way around here before correcting, or just like it's formed a double top around here, price can correct. But essentially, in these wedge patterns, price moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and just like Elliott wave, you see a correction. But there is more to this. If this is actually a broadening wedge, then the correction will be bigger than the 500. But that's not the topic for today's video. So we will just end it at the Elliott wave and sort of expect price to correct back to the sort of start of the fifth minor wave and look at a target around this area, which is essentially roughly about a price of 5,000, or you could say a target of the 200 weekly moving average. I will sort of end the analysis here. If you want more like this, please subscribe to the channel and I'll do my best to make more useful videos like this for you. Adios.